All right, good evening, everyone. Gonna jump into more Too Many Types in just a moment. Recap of last week, what we did. So, where do we pick up at the start of that? We were right outside of, we were in Fall Arbor Town, that's right. Mixing up weeks. Uh, we had just saved Professor Cosmo, so we had to go to Mount Chimney to stop Team Magma. So we confronted Team Magma, Team Aqua. We battled Maxi. Took two attempts, which was foreshadowing for the rest of last week. We got through Maxi. We went to Lava Ridge, where it took, I think, three attempts on Flannery, because we were getting paralyzed nonstop, and we ended up taking advantage of that using just basically spamming paralyze heals, because they would always take a turn to use Warm Hug, it's basically just Thunder Wave. So we just took advantage of that kinda to cheese it sort of. Then we made our way back to Petalburg. And that's where things went sideways. Definitely got tilted on Petalburg. We're struggling to get through the second of Norman's team. I forget. I think he started with what's its name? Not Weasel. What Weasel evolves into? Looking it up because I'm blanking on it. Is it like Floatzel? I wanted to say Jetsam. I was like, it's not Jetsam. Started with a Floatzel, and then would send out Lopunny, and Lopunny was just steamrolling the team. I think two or three attempts, didn't even get through Lopunny, so didn't even know what else he had. I think he had four. Four or five. I'm pretty sure it was four. I know one was Lucario. Maybe he did have five. No, I think I'm mixing up Flannery's for some of the stuff. Yeah, I think he just had four, but it was a nightmare. I ended up over leveling the team and still struggled with it. I did not intend to over level. I assumed, based on what the level of the second Pokemon that Norman sent out was, the rest were going to be kind of around 30 or 31. They were all like 28-ish or so, except for Lopunny, and I think I put everyone up to 31 or 32. So it was ugly. Really just didn't have a good team for it. Couldn't figure out a good team for it, like moving some stuff around, and just kind of did that. So wasn't super happy with how that one ended. But we'll see. Hopefully it will go better with the next few. I think tonight the plan will be make our way up to the Weather Center. We'll get through all that stuff, go to Forestry Town, and hopefully do the 6th gym tonight, and then maybe we'll make it to Lily Cove. Excuse me, I think that will pretty much be the goal. So we will jump into the game. And then as soon as Capture picks it up, we will get going. Just gonna sit tight a second, wait for the capture. There we go. Okay, so this is the team I set at the end last week. We caught a Honedge, which I named Marth. We caught a Skarmory, it's Lucina. We hatched egg, which was Ponyta, Galarian Ponyta, which we named Roy. And I think this is the team I'm rolling with for a while. We'll see how it goes. But it hopefully is a stronger build. But yes, Cool. Love getting all those calls. Did I get surf? Is that what I got the end of last? Yes. And then I have a surfboard. Yeah. Let's just grab the items here quick. And then we will go to Mr. Briny and... No, there's a quicker way. The rare candy's kind of useless with the infinites. Let me double check the map. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that's going to be quicker. Go through Oldale, surf over, and then into Mauville. There's nothing up there yet. Yeah, it's gonna be quicker to go around this way. Okay. Well, we don't have a horsey already. Oh, and like always, I forget to open up the Smash Bros. Character list. Got that. Did I use that name already? Okay, yeah, I think this is... We'll do... If we land one more gear grind, we'll start throwing Pokeballs. Okay. I think that should be fine. Okay. Now, next on the list, a little goofy, but we're gonna do it just because I know I'm not actually catching this thing. So this is going to be Mewtwo. And honestly, that might be a good water type to go with. I mean, it's got to be better than Krabby. So, real contender if I need water later on to be on the team. These battles should be pretty simple. Very curious, like, no, I've mentioned a few times I've watched playthroughs of too many types in the past. I don't remember everything. Like, I remembered Norman. I remembered what types he was for his gym and everything. Winona, I don't remember what Winona's is, and I don't even remember the gym leader in Emerald. I don't remember, it's not Wallace, I don't think, for the 8th gym. I think it's the other guy. I don't remember what type his is. I remember the 7th gym. I know the bit there. But I don't know what's going to be super effective there. I'm not going to worry about... I'll worry about it when I get to it. it's still going to be a while before we get to that. Because what we're going to have to do the 6th, well, Weather Institute 6th gym. Then what? Magma Hideout. Or no, not Magmas. Well, yeah, I think both Aqua Hideout, Magma Hideout, and Mount Pyre. I think all of that is before you go to Lily Cove. I don't remember. I could be wrong on at least one of those. But several of those things will have to get done first. So there's definitely a lot of game left. Reach down to pet my cat when she walked by, and then I smacked my desk. I'm looking forward to making my way to the 6th gym here too, just because the last week's stuff was really a lot of backtracking the same areas over and over, so it will be nice to finally be heading to a new spot again. Oh, Sakurai, you look like you have a lot of zip. That's a good thing. Fine, I've decided I need a favor, Sakurai. Malville City has an underground sector called New Malville. I'd like you to go there and switch off the generator. The generator's been running a bit haywire, it's getting unsafe. Here's the key. Alright, don't worry about it. It won't be a challenge to you. Okay. I mean, that's... not gonna worry about it right now. It's effectively a side quest. From what I remember, I don't think that's actually necessary. So I'm not gonna worry about it for now. I'm just gonna continue on the main story. G6, okay. Not that strong, so. Gear grind. And roll release. Okay. Alright, intimidate in a double battle is always a good thing. We'll just continue to aerial ace whoever gets sent out on that side. Alright, Alakid. Alright, well, they're also not surviving this turn. One of these two will end it. Okay, on to... well, hopefully we make it to the water. Fine. Skip that guy. I'll do the reporter battle, because they're always fun. Talked about that before. That was always one of my favorite things in this game as a kid. feel like it's Prime Sub Porygon, Aerial Ace Hoppin. Content. Okay. Metronome. Wow, it outspeeds Mart. I don't know why, I just assumed the sword would be fast. Okay. Nice one-turn battle. Alright, digital. Remember, that's what you gave us last time. Alright. Next answer. I want to see if... Nope. But we'll go with story. Digital story. Not at all, because I just finished Time Stranger. Really loved that game, and I'm in the process of finishing Hacker's Memory, because I never finished that one before Time Stranger came out. So now I'm going back to finish Hacker's Memory. Let's try Gear Grind. It still does enough, but I'm just going to use that again. Impidin. That's the first time we've seen that in this game. Types would he be? I bet Prime Sub is super effective. Well, doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, Steven. Hey, Sakurai. It's me, Steven. We met in the cave near Duford. Have you met many kinds of Pokemon since I last saw you? There are many, many kinds of Pokemon in this wide world of ours. If you want to raise only your favorites, that's fine. Perhaps you find it more fun to raise all sorts of Pokemon. As a trainer of Pokemon, what do you think? Of course, it's not any of my business. It'd be nice if we were to meet again somewhere. Yeah. I have always, in every Pokemon game, I exclusively go off of the ones that I like and just make it work. So I was never really big on the competitive scene or anything, or doing any like real challenges when I played the games. I still have never done a Nuzlocke. I will definitely do a Nuzlocke eventually because I do want to try one. But whenever a new one would come out, I was always just like, I want to just build a team with the stuff I like from that game and just enjoy that and just play the story. So I was never a big try out different types and different unique teams and see what the best build was or anything. Or even just like, I'm gonna play through with only these types and not use these ones. I've never done that either. It's never really appealed to me. I've definitely been considering it more. Definitely have reached the point where I'm not really playing a lot of the newer gen games. For a few reasons. Not necessarily that I'm not interested in them, They definitely don't feel as interesting to me as some of the older games at this point. Like some of the gimmicky stuff I'm just not as into at this point. And I want to pick up a Switch 2 before I really dive into any more of the games. And I don't know when that's going to be, so until I do that, I'm not planning to really touch stuff. Like, I still haven't even played Scarlet or Violet, but a lot of that was, I was not happy with Sword and Shield. That was probably the only one that it felt like a chore for me to finish it. I just had no interest in it. Great, so now I'm stuck using Prime Sub. Eventually I did finish it, but it was like a very like, whatever, like wasn't interested in the DLC or anything for it. It was just like, done. But Legends Arceus I loved. And that got me like, ooh, maybe I will try out Scarlet and Violet. And I thought they looked really cool. It just became a thing of, there was other games I was more interested in playing when they came out, and then I never got around to playing them. Because there's still new games coming out that I'm like, I'd rather play those ones. And that's something that I do think streaming will help me with. I talked about this with last week when I finished what's it called? I can't remember the name of it. Beyond Good and Evil. So many games in my backlog that I've been able to get through this year, doing First Play Friday series and stuff. And that's all only PC so far. Like I don't have a capture card or anything for doing. Why am I blanking on the word? Doing any consoles or anything. Eventually, I would like to get one. I want to upgrade my computer first. But I would love to upgrade my computer and then get a capture card. Excuse me. And then be able to play. There's a lot of games that I have on like the PS. Well, I know there's native streaming I could do on PS5, but I'm not really interested in doing it like that. I'd rather do it all through my computer. But stuff on the PS5, stuff on the Switch, going back and playing stuff on the Wii U, some GameCube games that I'd love to play using the physical hardware rather than emulation. Just a handful that I want to do eventually, but just need the better equipment first. Where was I going with all that? Yeah, the point being, like, I have a backlog of stuff, and some of those games that I'm still not super interested in sitting down to just play myself, like Scarlet and Violet, are definitely ones that, like, that's a great candidate for once I get that stuff. That would be in the list of things I could play on stream. Same thing with Legends EA. Not planning to touch that till I get a Switch 2. So for now, it just also will sit in that backlog. But definitely going to eventually. But yeah, the capture card will just give me the chance to play so many games I've never... that I'm kind of like... no right now. I'm not going to play them anytime soon. But I'm interested in playing them, and that's going to be the opportunity. Alright, so Venonat. Next on the list. So does this... okay, I think to make this fit to... yeah, it's got to be like that. Zero Suit Samus. the other thing too with getting the capture card, wanting to upgrade my computer first. Just upgrading the computer on its own, there's a whole host of games I'm going to be able to play that I can't on my current computer's build. It's just not able to run the games. And that is already going to be a huge number of games that I'm going to be like, ooh, I can play these now. Like, it's kind of being like, uh-oh. Now the list of backlog games grows even further. Okay, next battle. Fortunately, I have such a long list. Like, First Play Friday is good for basically forever. There's always going to be a new game to play and try out. Modded Monday, I feel like I've got content. I have games lined up to be able to play and do Modded Monday for at least another year minimum, just with what there currently is that I have to play. Too Many Types 2, when that comes out, obviously that's going to be an option. Like, when I'm saying that stuff too, I'm really just referring to ROM hacks and things. I did the few weeks of just goofing around in Skyrim with mods. I can do mods in Fallout 4. I have a whole thing I want to do with mods in The Sims. But I need to kind of learn a little bit more about doing modding in Sims. I've never done that before. Downloaded a whole bunch a few weeks ago to get it set up, but it's very much a future thing at this point that kind of just going to be on hold for now until I figure it out or get in contact with some people who do have experience with it. And then there's some other mod stuff that I think would be fun. Like, I think Modded Monday can also, like, really just doing things that interact with the game. So there's definitely room there to do crowd control stuff. And there's a few games that I guess for doing some crowd control streams. Really all just kind of comes down to, like, right now each of these different days of the week and doing different streams and games are all like their own independent series and things. And I don't know if I want to in the future make them a bit more cohesive in the sense that, like, you know, try to time things out to get them all to finish like the same week, like whatever game I was playing, to then go into like some event thing or something that's like different streams for a whole week or something like that. Yeah, just different ideas that I'm considering for the future. Jeez, nothing really hits Galusapod that hard. Okay, but he hits hard. Yeah, I think that's all of that really goes back to a key thing I've kind of learned while streaming. Like, that initial hurdle to do it was probably the biggest barrier. Like, once you do that and you're comfortable with the idea of streaming, just doing this stuff, it's like there's no shortage of things you can do. Now, obviously, people could debate if those things are worthwhile or like they're gonna get viewers or whatever. My approach for it all is really just the stuff that interests me is the stuff I'm gonna go with, for better or for worse. So I'm just kind of picking what I want to play. Just rolling with it from there. Okay. So we'll battle these guys as we work our way up. Okay, let's see how much Aerial Ace can carry us. As long as I don't get confused. Let's Shadow Sneak. Okay. Skip that guy. Gotta do these two. Wallaby and Alright, let's Aerial Ace Wallaby. Let's Unga Bunga Lickitung. Okay, they both go down this turn at least. Oh, wow. Well, it was a flying move, so... Okay, we're gonna want to swap Fox out here. Oh wait, it doesn't let me. Well yeah, we will still. Let's Aerial Ace Krabby. We'll switch over to Mario. Okay. Swagger, or not Swagger, Sword Stance. Some Aerial Ace. Let's Razor Leaf. Come on. Oh, okay, it still hit one of them. I always get faked out by that, like, it missed, but it only missed one of the two. Attack up for speed. Okay, this is just Leech Seed. I'm already forgetting if Lentil Leech is a full-on attack or just... Okay. Definitely will take that. Okay, we gotta heal Fox. You got me. Okay, I think Aerial Ace should do the job. Nincada. Feel like Aerial Ace. Okay. And Engulfing. I don't think that I have anything that would be necessarily super effective. Doesn't. Just don't poison. Okay. Oh, really? Okay, we'll Shadow Sneak. Do I need to heal? It's right. So I just pulled up another page to check something. Okay. Alright, Aqua Admin. Okay, this should go pretty quick. We've gotten hit by so many water pulses without getting confused. Alright, and the sock. I mean, we're gonna win this no matter what. Just a question of, will Marth be the one to do the job? So far, not looking good. Alright, well, he's probably getting knocked out this turn, so let's just go for a Shadow Sneak so we can get something off before we're knocked out. Or he keeps using Bulk Up. I feel like now, but the moment I don't use Shadow Sneak is when he's going to use a different move. Sure, man. He's not actually just using it 6 times and then doing an attack. Please tell me it's just like bugged and he's just gonna keep bulking up. Yeah. I mean, if that's what's happening here, we'll take it. Still not trusting it, I'm gonna just keep Shadow Sneaking. Okay. That's one way to win a battle. You're disgustingly strong. You don't know how to use your Pokemon properly. It's bad enough to have Team Magma blunder about, but now there's you, who makes you want to sniff around in our business anyway. We have a situation here. Team Magma Mob just passed the Weather Institute. They appear to be headed for Mount Pyre. Yep. Laying the groundwork for them all going there. Might be an odd way thinking, but take this Pokemon. Instead, it's a Ditto. So that is next on the list. I think instead this will be Mr. Do they really not have the symbol? Alright, we'll have to do it like this. Mr. Game and... I should actually just do it like this. Alright, Hope is here looking for some attention, so I'm just repositioning slightly. I feel like I'm just gonna have to do it like this. Mr. Game and Watch. Sure. Okay. Or she's gonna sit there. Okay. So we have a Ditto. Oh, there she is. Yeah, say hi. Okay. Now to make our way to Forestry. But I gotta heal up first. Nope, not gonna go up there. Okay, I'm just gonna rotate quickly because she is trying to go up onto this desk. Okay. We'll grab this item quick. Save again so I don't have to remember to re-grab that item. Well, I don't have to reload if I die. But next up is another battle with May. Alright. Sakurai, where were you? I was looking for you. How much stronger you got? Let me check for you. Ready with your Pokemon? Of course you are. Go. Okay, Hope, let's not climb on the desk. Okay. This will be a weird battle to try to do with her trying to get here. Alright, Slugma. We're just gonna keep the aerial aces going. Really? We're gonna get wiped by a Slugma right off the bat. Well, I know not to use Fox McCloud. I think we go with Roy here and try Magic Missile. Stop. So I gotta survive this hit and I can do one more Magic Missile. It's laying down now. For how long, we will see. Lombre. Let's go with Lucina. Let's try Air Cutter first. Oh, really? Seriously? Come on. Don't let that be an attack. Alright. Roy, you're gonna go back out. Magic missile. Okay, Mario, you're up. I'm just assuming electric's gonna... Yeah, it is against Monkey. Heart Razor be first. Thunderbolt can't be super effective to me, right? What? Okay, well it doesn't do a lot. The worst part is this is genuinely feeling like a battle that if I had Kirby up as well, probably wouldn't be as bad. Breakson's coming out now. It's the only thing left. Please. Quick Claw. Okay, that works too. Not above cheesing it at this point. Lentil Leech. That's not gonna take me out, right? Yeah. I'll take damage, but that's fine. Ooh, that. Okay. Okay, so we win. Okay. That was a weird one. Love discovering my newly built team is weak to electric. Okay, but I had absolutely nothing to worry about. Keep it up. And here, I have a present for you. Finally. Hey, way to go, Sakurai. I just passed by a trainer riding a bike. You just beat that trainer, didn't you? It was pretty obvious that you did. The kid looked really upset with face all red from anger. Sure seemed to run into you often. Are you off to Four Tree Gym next? I expect that you'll do well at the gym. Well, I'll be seeing you. Just save quick. To avoid battles here. Just want to get into town at this point. Ooh. Okay, well, not catching it. Healing immediately. So it's gonna roll with this team for trying this gym. City consists of homes built on trees. Let's get some more potions. Nope. 5. Oops, and so calm and then tried to make a break for the desk. don't remember if any of these houses have anything for me. I feel like this was always my favorite town in this game. Because it's kind of the only one that really feels, well, two in this game feel different. This is the first one you see that really feels it is a different town than Pacific Log Town. Because like the other ones are still your basic kind of town structure and houses, even if like Moss Deep and what's it called? Sutopolis are like different in how you have to get to them and stuff. They're still very traditional Pokemon towns and stuff. And like even Fall Arbor Town, like town itself is a very normal town. They have the meteorite stuff around it to kind of be like, it's different. Okay, we'll go through this. Like, Fall Arbor still is a very, like, just normal town, otherwise. But I feel like this was kind of the first, and I could just be misremembering, because I haven't played Gen 2 in a very long time. I'm not gonna trade my real loop. This was like the first game that I really felt like the towns had very distinct designs and stuff. Like, I remember all the other towns still, like, I mean, it's not like any towns from Gen 1 or 2 were like not memorable. But like visually they all had this similar style. Whereas this game, like, a lot of the towns had slightly varying styles and stuff, or at least you could make a good argument that at least 5 or 6 of them were visually distinctive. Alright, so let's get the scope. Alright, Absol. As long as we don't knock it out. Ooh, okay. This was one of the ones that Gen 3, when I played through it, didn't matter, no matter what, I had Magical on my team. One of my favorite Pokemon. Very, very cool design. Alright. I hope I didn't use this one already. This is gonna be Roy. I think the name works. I'm sticking to going in order as much as possible, which is the only reason I'm not using Chrom. For the list I have, Chrom is next up. At least Chrom's palette would work better, but Roy's next on the list. I've had a few where I took some liberty, like Game & Watch, because Game & Watch just felt like it worked better for cast form. I'm just gonna spam running away. Alright, Steven. Okay. Technically. Okay, that worked in my favor to be able to catch it. Well, Kecleon gets to be Crom. I see your battle style's intriguing. Your Pokemon have obviously grown since I first met you in Newport. I'd like you to have this stethoscope. Who knows, there may be other concealed Pokemon. Okay. I love the way they did that in this game. Just in the sense that, like, you get into this town, you're like, oh, there's a gym. There's like something blocking it, and you continue walking around and exploring. And it, like, you find a few other spots with there's blocks, and you're like, what the heck is this? And you're like, well, there's only one way to go, because it still follows a linear path. And you continue down that path, and then you see Steven, and it just introduces you to the mechanic there, and now you're like, okay, now I can go back and do it, which, at the same time, this game has a lot of backtracking. Just do it to you again there. But it still is done in a cool way. Starting to get just as lost as you. Fortree Gym Leader Winona isn't using flying types, that's for sure. Stop down. She's waiting at the back of this gym behind the rotating doors. Maybe the gym trainers can give you a hint as to what she's using. Alright, let's battle. Just to get a sense of levels and stuff. Hitmontop. Cool. Hopefully they don't all have Intimidate. Okay. Okay. Well, Kirby, thank you for your service. So we're just going to try out flying here now. Break it down. Okay. Hang on. Okay. We're going to have to try Shadow Sneak. Okay. So not the best start. But we did confirm flying. Hopefully that is for the entire gym. I was thinking all the gym puzzles. The 8th gym had a cool puzzle. I think this is the one I remember the most, just because it's, I don't know, it's just something about it. It's like geometric and. Even though it's just turning things back and forth and stuff, but something about it just always healed me a lot. A good serotonin boost. It's just very satisfying. Cha-Cha's. Okay. just because there's going to be a lot of them. I think I'm going to send out Mario now. Start Razor Leaping. Even if it's not a huge amount of damage, hitting both of them. Okay, that's going to confuse... Who's it confused? Oh, it's everybody. Well, we'll see. Cool. Both of them being able to hit both is going to be nice here. Former. Hair Cutter, Razor Leap again. Hair Cutter will take out Trimeco at least. Should be super effective on Lombre. Well, missed. Back to Water Pulse. Oh. Not fighting. It's dance. Or the song type, I think. Yeah. What's that gonna do? Okay. Well, they both go down this turn. As long as I don't hit myself. Okay, one thing left. And then we gotta run back and heal. Scraggy. That's Lentil Leech. Okay, that hits hard. So, actually, that's 3. Yeah, let's run back and heal. And then we'll keep going through. But so far, I'm feeling pretty comfortable with this gym. As long as we don't actually get spammed with, like, Sing, and we're just constantly asleep, I'm not feeling too nervous about it so far. Double battle. Slowpoke and Swap. Gear Grind, Aerial Ace. Okay. How much is Swablu gonna do when it inevitably... Okay, not too bad. Shit. Okay. So let's gear grind there, and we'll area this again. Okay. Just hung on. There it is. We should hang on. We'll at least take out Swablu. Yep. Thank you very much, Kirby. Oh, survive. Gear grind, air release again. That's fine. We'll use Mario. Lentil Leech and air release. Woke up and nothing's there. I feel like that's not surviving this turn. Last one. Oh yeah. Way. We'll just battle him and then do this and move back to heal again, and then we'll battle Winona. Okay, a chat on. Let's just slash. Oh. Huh. Okay. It's air cutter. Always. This is what I'm worried about for what Winona's actually going to be like. Now I'm confused. It's so stupid. You know what? See if this doesn't one-shot me, let's just poison it. heaven's sake. Quick claw, please. Still a lot of damage for being not very effective. Roy, you can surely survive one. Please, just thank you. So we're fine. Very concerned about chatter being a move that this team is going to have. There we go. Alright. Well, we're definitely going to get through Renona tonight. I mean, we'll see when we get into the battle. I feel like it's not going to be that bad, though. As long as it's not going to be this chatter and sing combo, I think we'll have a good chance. I'm not going to say we'll do it on the first try, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, like that way. Okay. I don't know why I always feel compelled to save before these things. Like, if you wipe, you just run back. But I'm Winona. I'm the leader of the four tree gyms. Four tree Pokemon gym. I become one with bird Pokemon and have soared the skies. However, ruling the battle, we have triumphed with grace. Witness the elegant choreography of bird Pokemon and I. Alright. Ludicolo. Battlefield got great. Let's try Prime Sub first. Okay, super effective, but not too strong. Okay. Feeling good so far. Alright, we survived. Good start. Maractus. We'll keep rolling with this for now. That's super effective. That's going to be super effective against a lot of the team, isn't it? Alright, Marth. We're going to have to... Super effective. Alright. We poison. Super effective to me too, but it shouldn't be as bad. Doesn't affect. Got it. How much? So I feel like part of this battle is really just going to be figuring out who is the counter for each thing. So get through the first thing with Kirby. Okay, yeah. take out the first one with Kirby, and then it's switch. There it is. He does have chatbot. We need to poison it. Okay. I know what the next attempt will need to be, assuming I don't. So far, I understand how I need to swap stuff, and I feel comfortable about it. Okay. Honestly, I'm assuming he's gonna heal. Really? So the poison's gonna take it out. Alright, Lucina. Is Maractus coming back? Okay, it's Exploud. Let's try Air Cutter. Battlefield got groovy. Okay. 4. Okay. Just gonna make an uproar again. Should survive though. Okay. Alright, yeah, I do feel good about the next attempt. Okay, Altaria. I'm assuming it outspeeds me. That makes sense. I'm not going to worry about just using revives and stuff for this attempt. Feel comfortable just if I wipe, know what the strategy is going into another attempt. Unless we get down to just Maractus and I still have these Roy and Fox up, then I might try. Okay, this could get weird, depending how much this does to me. Yep. So Altaria and Maractus are honestly the two that I think are going to be the biggest challenge. I don't think this is going to... Well, I think this is going to one-shot me, so it probably doesn't matter. Yeah. Okay. Well, that... I like that they will still evolve after the battle, even if they're unconscious. That is good news here. Kinetic Flux. What does that do? Nope. Okay. Alright. Feel good about this next attempt. So Maractus comes out second. It's immediate switch to Mario to start left leeching. Alright, attempt number 2. Two prime subs does the job. Ooh, just one now. Furry is so much stronger. Chaddon's coming out, so we're gonna stay out. Charge beam. Okay. Gonna need you to... And the whole thing goes sideways immediately. This has been the most frustrating thing with Kirby every time I've used him. Where he just drops the ball immediately in a battle. He started out strong and then just like flopped. Second thing to come out. Okay. Still don't outs. Oh wait, I do. This crits. It's gonna survive. Oh, okay. Okay, Altari is coming out. Do I try to poison it? No. Let's go right to Roy. I don't want to try side beam once. Okay, nope, magic missile it is. Not so sure now. This is gonna... Kirby failing to land any hits really threw things off there. Shadow Sneak. Okay. Try slash. Really, I just need to figure out what is... Okay. Ooh. Okay. Maractus is coming out. should survive the first hit. Okay. Oh, it only does 19. Okay, I healed more than it did. Do I outspeed? Okay, that's fine. We still take it out here. Okay, I think we've got this. Yeah, Exploud is weak to flying types. So I'll start with Lucina. It's just effectively a waiting game to land the hits. Okay. Alright, one more turn. Okay. It's definitely not as bad. The typings were not as miserable for me to figure out. Never before have I seen a trainer command Pokemon with more grace than I. In recognition of your prowess, I present to you this gym badge. Okay. Feather badge. Okay. Also be able to use fly, and this is a gift. TM40. Okay, registered number. Alright, so we're gonna... Hi, Sakurai, it's me. Just as I thought, you wanted the Poetry Gym. Your strength, perhaps you really are the trainer that I've been searching for. Remember, you have a fan of me. Be cheering for the sidelines. Keep up the great work. Okay. So we'll go heal. And then we can start making our way to Lilycode. I'll actually check the PC and check the types of the Pokemon I've caught so far tonight. So make sure I didn't have a roll already. Oh yeah. So, Hot Horsey, Water Gun type. Mario. Okay, yeah. Zero Suit Samus. Bug Poison Fluffy. Okay. Nose Magic Missile and Psybeam. That's actually... That, as a Venonat, might be a solid thing to have. Mr. Game & Watch. Sus Liquid. Makes sense. Roy the Absol. Prime and Bad. Okay. And Crom. His type is type. Okay. Alright. So, potential things that can make their way into the team if I do want to change stuff later. Oh, Fly just shows up there now. That's so nice. Okay, so make our way to Lilycode. We'll battle the reporter again since they're over here. I think the next one is on the way to Moss Deep. I think they're on one of the islands or something like that. Or they're in Moss Deep. I think they're in Moss Deep, actually, yeah. Near the, what is that? Meteor Center or whatever. Let's see. Prime Sub? furry lights make the buzz. Nope, wrong. Okay. Okay. Let's try prime sub and we'll slash. Got it. Just gear grind. Gear grind. Slash. Hopefully he just stockpiles again. Night slash. Yes. We'll get rid of metal sound. So we should just take him out this turn then. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, there we go. Aegis slash time. Blade. Does he have 3 evolutions? Oh. Okay. Aegis slash, you have to use a Duskstone. I didn't remember that at all. Okay, so we did story last time. Another interview. The next word, just to continue, since stranger wasn't an option, I'm assuming time will be. Time. It's digital story time. Skip that guy. Ideally, I want to skip as many of these as possible. Just get to Lily Cove. Okay, Buffalot. Whatever survives gear run. Okay, so we're gonna need to use another gear grind before I try to catch this. Okay. Can keep using that. Oh. That is a move. Okay. That's catching. shot. Ooh. Let's replace Vice Grip. Okay. Nickname. Who is next? That'd be an option. Wii Fit Trainer. Had to really scroll down for that one. Okay, so skipped most of that route. What's that sound? Almost there. Another good old gear blend. Nope, too strong. Doesn't even get to type change. We're at the nice point where my stuff's evolved, but I'm not necessarily fighting a lot of people who have Pokemon that have also evolved. So I'm just outstatting them. We're out, move the pyre. Bag is full. What? You know what? I don't think I've ever actually had the bag is full message appear. It's a sign that I gotta sell a lot of stuff when we get into town. Okay, well, not catching the level. We have Teddy? No, we don't have Teddy here, so we have Spinda. And don't catch it. We'll do the double battle to get this item. this is gonna be 6, yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. How does a gun do against a crab? Makes sense. Gun beats crab. We're gonna do the same thing. Gun, and we'll aerial. Just makes sense. Vanilla. We'll gear grind. Even if it's not very effective, that's low enough, it would take it out. Okay, Meryl. Rio. Mirror shot, no areas. Not very effective there. So that means just back to gear grinding. Okay, this should be the last turn. Ooh. Okay, not a lot there. Alright. Don't give me your phone numbers. Good. Use the protein on Marth. Use the zinc for E. Why did I sprint for it? That's fine. Okay. Okay, well, we'll just prime sub again then. That's another level for him. Okay, Magmar. Maybe gun. Okay, we missed. What if we gun again? Okay, not a lot there, actually. Just a metal pipe. Oh, let's prime sub. Okay, that should be awesome. Okay, we've made it to Lily Cove. Fine. let's heal first, then we'll check out all the buildings. I don't think we're going to do the battle with May tonight. I'll save that for next week, because we battled her once tonight already. There's just way too many rival battles in this game. Talk to all the people here. Spent so much time doing these Pokemon contests when I was a kid. Just never felt much of an appeal to do them later. I think the only time I would really consider doing another one of the contests is if I was to actually go for like 100% completion or something where I needed to do them. I just don't feel obligated to do them otherwise. Yeah, they're all having multi-battles. I think I get something for listening to this. Oh, okay. Kind of silly to me the way they introduce like access to the ferry service. Like, it's only really useful for events that you want to go to. So it's like, I can fly at this point. Why would I care about being able to quickly get between these two specific towns otherwise? Hey, it's the guy. I came to check out this Pokemon contest thing. I have to admit, it does look quite entertaining, but consider me a purist. I prefer battles of tough trainers. That's just me. Sakura, I hope you'll enjoy everything, like the gyms, contest, battle tent, the whole works. Alright, now this is the fan club. Okay. Talking to everybody, because that's one thing, game to game, I can never remember which ones are the ones that are like, oh, this is the house that has this person that gives you this item. I just take a lap through every single one and talk to everybody. Move to leave his house. I'm pretty positive I healed, but for whatever reason I'm second guessing myself, so I'm just running back to heal once more. I will park in front of May, and that makes for a good stopping point, I think. So evolved, almost fully evolved, fully evolved, fully evolved. Evolve. Just need to evolve. How does Larian Ponyta evolve? Oh, it just evolves at level 40. So eventually it will just evolve. So this team is very close to final evolutions for everyone. Okay. I think that is a good stopping point. Got through everything I wanted to get done tonight without too much difficulty compared to last week, which is really, I'm happy about that. Weather Center, getting to the Weather Center wasn't bad. Battles themselves were not challenging there at all. Got a little nervous on May, managed to beat May on the first attempt. That's the, other than the very first battle against May, that's the first one, I think, where I beat her on the first try. So very happy about that. First attempt at Winona was okay, not bad, but it was like, okay, I see where I made 2 mistakes, not knowing the types and matchups and stuff. Made those adjustments. Things went sideways for a second in the second attempt, but we recovered and got through it. So it was nice to finally get through a gym in only 2 attempts. It's been 3 or 4 gyms since we managed to do it without it taking 3 or 4 minimum. So I was very happy with that. Got to Lily Cove very smoothly, avoided most of the battles and stuff. So next up we'll battle May, do some shopping, sell stuff since I filled up my inventory. And then that will be the point where I kind of start having to figure out, like, okay, what's the order of the stuff I do now? I'm pretty sure next up is I have to go to Mount Pyre. But I'll hop down and just double check and make sure I can't actually go into the Aqua Hideout yet. I'm pretty sure it's Mount Pyre next. Then I think it's either the Magma Hideout or the Aqua Hideout next that I'll be able to access. And then it's the other one. And then once the Whalmer are gone, then we can go to Moss Deep City. So I know at least that part. Like, I just need to get the Whalmer out of the way. And then after that, I genuinely don't remember the order of the events for Emerald after that, because I've only really played it on randomizers the last several times I've played it, so I did everything out of order. So I don't remember once we get to Moss Deep. I don't find Groudon, getting Kyogre, Sky Pillar. I don't remember the order of all of that. So it'll be fun to go through that again. Figure it all out. But yeah, good progress. A lot of evolutions, caught a handful more Pokemon. Based on some of their types and stuff, there's some that I might consider for the team later. And we'll see 7th and 8th gyms, how they go, what types seem like they might work, and then also the Elite Four, figuring out what's going to be the build to get through all of those battles. Might need to mix it up even more for that. But that's a ways off still. That's still several weeks away. So yeah, we'll wrap up there. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Hope you all had fun watching. I had a lot of fun playing. I always do. I'll be back tomorrow night with more Final Fantasy VII. Make a little more progress there. And yeah, just keep plugging away at all these games. So yeah, appreciate everyone who tuned in. Like I said, hope you all have a good rest of your evening. Hope you all have a good week.